Welcome to WWP Clips. This is the official Clips channel for We Want Picks. We will be uploading our individual fight breakdown videos here, so make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. And as always, go to wewantpicks.com/bets, sign up with any one of our 5 betting partners, make a deposit, and we send you $50 as a thank you. Next up, at UFC Austin, we have Danny Chavez taking on Ricardo Ramos. Ricardo Ramos is 15-4 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, coming off a decision loss to Zaibara about 6 months ago. Danny Chavez is 11-4 overall, 3-1-1 in his last 5, coming off a draw to Kai Kamaka about 9 months ago. Danny Chavez is a very mobile guy with good footwork, good counterpunching speed, and just an overall solid striking game. His takedown defense is just okay, or maybe a little better than okay at 60%. But if he is taken down, he has a BJJ black belt to keep him out of trouble. But that black belt is there purely to keep him out of trouble, because when he does get his own takedowns, which so far has been in pretty much every single one of his UFC fights, he's looking for damage. He's not really looking for submissions, and he's not really using grappling as much as he is for control and strikes. He's incredibly tough with very real power and a granite chin. Ricardo Ramos is a very dangerous fighter who's good everywhere. He's a tall, rangy striker with his own slick BJJ. He has high kicks, spinning kicks, a great jab, and solid leg kicks as well. If it hits the ground, he's always hunting for a submission, and he's very fast in those transitions. And I like Ricardo Ramos in this fight, but I'm fully aware of how tough and how durable Danny Chavez is. He's impossible to put away, and Ramos will need to be prepared for a 3-round war. And the reason I like Ramos here is because of how dangerous he is everywhere and how well he adjusts in fights. If you look at his last fight, it was against a grappler, and he defended 5 of 7 takedowns, gave up less than 1 minute of control time, and he fought like a striker. In the fight before that, which was against the striker, he got 8 of his own takedowns and racked up 3.5 minutes of control time. So the point is, he adjusts to his opponents, he has proper game plans, and he fights accordingly. So I like Ramos to make those adjustments, be well prepared. His cardio worries me a little bit, but I think he locks in the first 2 rounds and then survives a very late, tough comeback from Danny Chavez. In the 3rd round, what do you think, Sheriff?
I think that this fight and these odds are crazy. I understand that Ramos is probably the more dangerous fighter, and he should be the favorite. But in my mind, he's like a -125, -150, because Danny Chavez is a very, very talented, well-rounded fighter. I mean, he's got great footwork, good feints. His takedowns are usually like explosive takedowns, the ones that are very hard to defend. They're not the labored, get on the leg, it's boom, and you're on the ground. And with Ricardo Ramos's, jiu-jitsu's abilities, maybe he just starts accepting those takedowns. I think that initially this is going to be an interesting fight. I think this could end up being the fight of the night. But the kicking battles at the beginning of this fight will be very, very interesting, because Chavez has kind of that long stance. You saw Kai Kamaka kind of eat up his front leg. Ramos, but he also throws leg kicks and kicks of his own. Ramos is very heavy with the kicks in his own right. This is going to be a kicking battle to start. If somebody loses their front leg early, it could be a big, big issue and a determining factor in this fight. And Ramos has got to be careful, because Chavez is a good striker, as I mentioned, good footwork, and sometimes he throws those lazy kind of blind leg kicks, and we've seen people get knocked out time and time again when they get lazy with those leg kicks, and people just come straight over the top with those shots. Chavez he's not have superpower, but if he's going to hit you on the button in that, and we've seen Ramos get hit before, he is a guy that gets hit. And if Chavez times one of those leg kicks, those lazy leg kicks, and comes over the top, it could be real issues with Ramos. So I agree, Ramos is the more dangerous fighter in this matchup, but talent-wise, I think it's almost a wash. And if Ramos starts backing up in this fight, he could find himself in some big issues. So my pick is going to be Ricardo Ramos. But Danny Chavez is not to be slept on, and I don't agree with this 3-1 odds for Ramos.
Yeah, I think the odds are a little wide. I agree. I think this is a much closer fight. I think they go at it. I told you my prediction was Ricardo Ramos to win rounds 1 and 2 and then lose the 3rd. So I do think this is a decision. We got people in the live chat guaranteeing Ramos
Bitch ass sheriff. Why
wins
don't you
by
hit me
KO.
up? Let's fight, Brandon. We'll see what happens.
We got people in the live chat guaranteeing Ramos wins by finish. So if he doesn't, that will be screenshotted and published for the world. And I agree. I think the odds are wide. I think it's a much closer fight. $9,300 though. I think the odds are wide, but Ramos is very dangerous. He's live for a submission. He's live for a knockout. He's also live to just get takedowns, make it a war, and score some very real points in DraftKings. 93 is more than I would like to spend on him, but I think he'll be worth. I think he's good for 80, 90, 100 points. So depending what your lineup looks like. What do you think?
Goes the distance on this fight is -190. Ricardo Ramos by points is -130. So they think he's going to win a decision battle. I'm not going to play him at $9,300. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I hear you.
By a sub is plus
all right.
400 for all those people saying that in the chat. Plus 400.
What do you think of the monkey knife fight strike line? I got to go to the bathroom. Talk about that very quickly.
All my single ladies, where you at? Yeah, I think it's probably a more and more situation, honestly. I mean, the odds makers have it at -190. I think it's a striking battle to start. I don't think Ramos is going to take this fight to the ground. I think he likes to strike, honestly. Chavez, if he's starting to lose the striking, that's where he might start taking desperation shots, and that's probably where the chat is saying Ramos by submission. But you get that plus 400 right now. Inside the distance, just overall for Ramos is plus 250. Danny Chavez to win one round. Angelo mentioned maybe Chavez can win the third round in a cardio issue situation for Ricardo Ramos is plus 105. So you can get plus 250 to win the fight. Only win one round for plus 105 for Danny Chavez. So, and if you want Danny Chavez by submission, plus 2,500. There you go. Welcome back. Oh, your mic's muted.
Thanks for holding down the fort. Appreciate it.